Hello, welcome to Mind class. Today we are going to be working on our shoulders, our hips, our lower backs. So that's the kind of work that Morning Glory, the theme for today, is going to be, okay? So we are going to start on our mats. We have a mat or an open area. I need to do one thing, hold on. There's always one thing, right? If you'd like something for your knees, I know I'm going to use these today if I need to because I know already that, let's see, we are on our knees for like cat-cow, child's pose and things like that. For me personally, I've just been on my knees through classes too much and then doing my own workouts, push-ups on my knees, and they're kind of feeling it right now. So if you need something like that just to put soft underneath you, please do. Otherwise, you're fine with just what you have, okay? So we will get started seated on our mats. Crisscross applesauce, pretzel legs, whatever you want to call it, and then we'll flow through all of the movements today. We will repeat one section. We will repeat two of the sections. Two of the sections. You can play your own music in the background. I have something soft playing here, but you probably won't hear much of it. So feel free to put on some sort of yoga meditation, something or other for yourself, okay? So we'll go ahead and get started. Set your watches to yoga if you're tracking, and I'm going to start our timer. All right, so meet me sitting on the mat, sitting in the center of your workout space. Just comfortably sit, try to rock back and forth and sit on your sit bones, roll your shoulders down and back, and we're going to start with neck circles, okay? So I said that we are starting with shoulders, hips. We'll end up working our back mobility, and then we'll go into more hips. Let's start with neck circles. We're going to take our ear to our shoulder, roll our chin to our chest, and then roll it all the way to the other shoulder. Traditional neck circles. Go back and reverse, just like what you think a neck circle would be. You're going at your own pace here. You're rolling right through chin to chest, ear to shoulder, and then back in reverse. Nothing else is moving. I definitely can use this. My neck's been a little bit bothersome lately, so this feels good. Come back to neutral. Fan up your arms. Hands come behind your head, open up your elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades together, open up your chest, then in reverse, reach up. Interlace your hands behind your back and pull down and back with your hands. Open up, you got your shoulders. Now listen, if you need to move your legs out in front of you, if sitting in that position is rough, please feel free to do that. Open up your chest. Release and open up your chest again. Oh yeah, feels good. There were a lot of push-ups yesterday. I don't know, I taught 2 classes. Where all the push-ups were, but they were there. All right, make a goalpost and a fist with your hands. We're gonna rotate down, the hardest one for me, and rotate back up. Taking your time. Trying not to creep your shoulders into your ears, but keeping them depressed and down. Gun show, sad gun show. Up, like goalpost, hooray, score a goal, and the goalpost broke. I should just call this the broken goalpost. Ooh. All right, stay seated where you're at. I'm going to turn myself so I can be like a lady here. You're going to sit into a bear sit. So wide feet, maybe wider than your hips, heels in the ground, hands come behind you. You can kind of stretch your hands behind, fingertips away, and stretch out your forearms. You can turn them towards you. And again, stretch out your forearms. You can lift your chin to the ceiling. Hold up your chest a little bit more. This is called bear. So you can walk your hands around a little bit. A bear sit, because you know a bear sits in the woods like this, right? We've all seen it in pictures and real life. All right, and then let's head into a 90-90 switch. So It's going to be 90-degree bend on your legs. And you're just gonna switch. Let's do it this way. Here we go. 90, 90. There we go. That's the wrong direction. 90, 90. So we're gonna swivel with our hips. I'll be a lady again. Ear to ear. That should feel amazing. I've been doing this before my workouts, and it does. It feels amazing. It really helps open up your hips for mobility, for motion, for movement. Especially if there's tight hips. Like this side is really tight on me. So now, bend one leg, other leg back. One hand on the ground, the hand by the knee. Other arm straight out. We're going to fold forward. Like a hinge, and then come back up. How did that feel? Do it again at your own pace now. I'm taking my chest towards my calf or my shin. Yeah, that's the tight hip. You feel this, it feels really, really good. We're gonna go through everything again. Okay, so you get to feel everything beautifully in your body again. Switch sides. So again, the hand that's by the knee on the floor, the other hand out, straight out. And then you're gonna fold forward. Okay, so for me on this side, it didn't know it was this tight. It's even tighter than the other hip. I can feel my glute attached to my lower back as I lean forward here, okay? And support myself on this hand. So are you feeling that? Your glute opens up and then it stretches out your lower back. It's all connected. All of the things in our hips are connected to our back. So a lot of times our back pain or tension comes from tight hips or glutes, beaches or cheeks, okay? So we gotta stretch them out. We're gonna switch to neck circles, go back to the top. So if you wanna sit like this or like this, that's up to you, okay? Roll. I'm gonna go straight legs. And we're taking our chin to our chest. Be careful here, just that you take it nice and slow. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is that you're moving too fast and you're trying to stretch and you end up injuring yourself. We don't want that. So take it slow. 1 little centimeter at a time here. Arms reach out, neck becomes neutral, okay? Stand up. Open up your chest, elbows back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, release, reverse, and interlace your fingers behind you. Open up your chest, drop your shoulders down and away from your ears. Release at your own pace and flow through our prisoner arms. We'll call them prisoner arms. Hands up, hands behind your back. I hope you never have to experience it. Lift, hands up, release. Put your hands behind your back, please, ma'am. Only time you ever want to hear it is during this class. Okay, release it. We've got our goalposts, drop them. Happy goalposts, sad goalposts. Try to keep your arms at shoulder height, so give yourself a little check. Wrists are pretty neutral. You can make fists, but like leave your wrist in line with your forearm, so check yourself. Even when you drop down, keep your wrist in line with your forearm. And try really hard not to creep your shoulders into your ears. Long, neutral neck. Sitting tall on your sit bones, whether you're pretzel legs or straight legs. Bear sit is next, so hands come behind you. Feet are hip width or wider, heels in the ground. Hanging out here, okay? Walking your hands. Opening your chest, you can take your chin to the ceiling. And then you can walk your hands around. See what it feels like on your forearms each time you turn. You're gonna feel it. It's a good forearm stretch. Open up your chest. each turn you take. Think back. Heading into our switch. So your knees are going to go 90-90. One way, roll, switch the other way. Now, you can test your mobility in your hips by doing no hands. We did this last week. Okay? Can you roll from side to side, no hands, without moving the feet too? How's that hip mobility of yours? I kind of start inchworming on my bottom when I do that. That's kind of like butt walking, creeping. My sit bones start moving on me. This should feel really good. Feel it in my shoulders, feel it in my hips. We should do more of this, right? In life in general. And then let's go ahead and hold the pose. The hand by the front knee. Other arm comes out, fold forward, chest to your calf. Eyes up. Do it again. Feels better the second time. I'm a little bit looser. Your hips should start to feel open. Your shoulders should start feeling a little bit more loose. And then we're heading into our next section called back mobility. So loosen up the hips. It should allow us to open up our back. Switch your legs. Switch your hands, arms, and fold. Support yourself on this hand. Try to keep your chest parallel to the floor as you lean forward, hinging from your hip. So I don't want you rounding out your back. I want you to keep nice and flat, chest proud. Try to reach your chest to the ceiling. Maybe it's your chin you want to reach to the ceiling, the bottom of your chin. And not the ceiling, the floor. You know what I was saying, right? Oh, yay. Still waking up here, friends. Still waking up here. All right, let's go ahead and take a little break. We are coming to all fours. So I'm going to put these under my knees. If you have something soft you would like to put under your knees, please do. If you don't, you'll be fine. All right, we start with cat-cow. We're going through everything twice. So we're going to tuck our chin, push the floor away from ourselves, round out our backs, open up your shoulder blades, and then release in reverse. Drop your belly button, tailbone up to the sky, chin lifts. Now it's lifting towards the ceiling or towards me. Round your chin towards your chest. Open up your shoulder blades. Think about your tailbone tucking under you like a scared dog, and then release. You're on your own, flowing for 15 more seconds. When you arch into your cat, push your palms into the ground. Push the pads of your fingers into the ground. Get some length there. All right. From here, I want you to place your, let's go with your left hand a little bit more center. Your right hand is going to pretend like it's grabbing something. And we're going to bow and arrow open. Come back in reverse. Pretend like you're grabbing a dumbbell, just like we do in Soul Fusion, and you're going to grab it, bow and arrow. And listen, some of you are going to get a little bit straighter than me. I'm at a pretty big diagonal. Some of you will get straight up to the ceiling like the letter T. I'm not there yet. Right, and then let's switch and do the other side. So hand comes in the center, between where your knees would be ahead of you. Pretend like you're grabbing something, and bow and arrow. Oh yes, I knew this side would be harder. And it is. You're going to flow at your own pace. Pull, open, reach, lengthen, reverse, bow and arrow. Woo. Do you feel how this is opening up your back? That you are working right through your spine. All right, challenging your upper and your lower back, I would say. It's both as your shoulder blades squeeze together. What a movement, huh? All right, hang tight here. We're going to go into a thread the needle. We've done this before. So you're going to take your arm, reach it under your armpit like you're grabbing the remote under the couch. Oh, you lost it under the couch. You can drop back into a child's pose. Walk your top hand out. You can stay high, it's up to you. If you want to reach and stay high up here, you want to come down a little bit more, okay? Come out of that, try the other side. Thread through, reach under the couch. You dropped a pretzel and you can't leave stale food under your couch. You gotta get it and throw it out. Your kids, they threw popcorn under the couch. How dare they? Reach for it. Maybe it's the grandkids. Darn you, kids. Don't throw popcorn under the couch. Why would you do such a thing? All right. We're going to push back into a child's pose. And then from here, you're going to come up like you're coming out into a cat pose. So you're going to round out your spine like a cat. Come to all fours. And then you're going to drop your belly button into a cobra. And then round back and reverse in the child's, and then round back up like a cat. Curve, curve, curve your spine, round out your shoulders. Release, and we're dropping, lifting our chest, our chin in cobra. I'm on my knees. Stay on your knees here. That'd be a good idea, okay? All right, hang tight. We're coming into child's pose. So everybody put their bottoms back towards their heels. If you need to, open up your knees a little bit more, open up your hips, open up the gate so that you can drop your bottom back, please do. And then you're going to walk your hands side to side. Angled child's pose, walk center, walk to the other side, angled child's pose, okay? We have one more stretch to help our back mobility, and then we are going to repeat everything we just did. You get to do it again, because it feels really good, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, does it feel good? I was pretty sore today, so this is amazing. Hope it feels good to you too. Less injuries when we start stretching and working our bodies this way. Okay, come to all fours, curl your toes under. Don't worry about whatever padding you put under your knees. We're coming to a down dog. You're going to take your time reaching towards your opposite toe with your opposite hand. This is for stretching and balance. This is not for a competition. Okay, so it's not a fast tap and slap down. We're going to reach and hold and then gently place our opposite hand down. So opposite hand to opposite toe, tailbones lifted in down dog. Your palm is pressing into the ground as you release one hand and reach for your other toe. Your heels are reaching towards the floor. Are they going to get there? We'll never know unless we try. All right, coming back to all fours, we have cat-cow. So go ahead and round out completely. And then release. Round. And release. Round. And release. Okay? You're doing fantastic. All right, we're going to get ready for our bow and arrow. So place a hand in the center between your knees, just below your shoulder. Grab and pull, open bow and arrow. Come back in reverse. Take your time here. I do not have a tempo or a pace for you, and that's all on you. If you would like to just hold the stretch, hold the stretch. And if you would just like to keep flowing through it, go through it. It's up to you. Dig your palm into the floor. Push the floor away from you and you reach towards the ceiling. This one, I think I got a little bit deeper and further into that movement. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Because I'm getting looser. Oh yeah, on this side too. Perfect. Both sides are now a little bit more open. Are you finding you can reach a little further? Maybe a little straighter to the ceiling now? Oh, it's working. What we're doing is working. It's making us more flexible. We've loosened up and warmed up those tight spots. And now we're stretching and moving through them. Mobility, right there, I love it. We're gonna thread the needle, so go ahead and take whatever arm was up and reach it across under the couch. You can hold, or you can flow side to side. I do want you to try side to side, just however long you hold it is up to you, okay? I feel my shoulders opening in this one as well. Oh my goodness, yes. Imagine if you did this like before every workout, okay? Before we even started class, how much better our bodies would feel through the movement. Or maybe after class. So remember, you can come back to any of these sections and do them again. All right, we have our spinal roll. So you're gonna come back into our child's pose. Start rounding up like a cat. So I want you to lift your tailbone and tuck it under, round out your spine, open up your shoulder blades, come forward into your cat position, and then when you get in your cat position, drop your belly, lift your chin, and come into your cobra with crazy hair. All right, and then reverse it back, round out, roll, shift your body weight forward, and then into the ceiling. That was my ponytail snap. Out of my head, out of my face, right? All right, one more here, and then we go into angled child's pose. So drop back into child's pose, walk your hands to the side, walk them center, walk them to the other side, walk them center. If you'd like to pause and hold, I want you to reach this inside arm, reach it as far as you can, place it on the floor and drop your bottom back. You'll feel a big stretch through your lat, and then walk to the other side and do the same thing. Drop your hand as far as you can reach, plant it on the floor, and then sink back in your heels. And we're walking side to side. We still have one more exercise here, one more stretch here, and then we have a new set of work. It'll be lovely. Down dog, toe taps are next. So come to all fours, curl your toes under, push to down dog. Reach across, tap your opposite toe. While you're keeping your tailbone lifted and nothing's really shifting or moving in your body, when you move to 3 points here. Fingertips are forward, palms digging in the ground. Spread your fingertips out wide. Now you are touching your toe and you can peek where your toe is, but otherwise eye gaze is beyond your fingertips. Chin is above your heart. Always good reminders when we're in down dog is to keep your chin up just enough so the blood's not pooling in your brain. We don't want that. Draw your heels to the ground. Mine are probably 3 centimeters from reaching the ground. Come back to all fours, tabletop, and let's shift back into child's pose. We're in child's pose for 1.5 minutes, okay? So get comfortable, sink back, walk your hands forward, and breathe, okay? Nice deep breaths. If you feel like you need a little bit more movement, move a little bit side to side. I need a little bit of water. My throat's getting kind of parched from talking all this time, so else is dry, I guess. Otherwise, you're staying in child's pose for another minute. That was only 30 seconds. Okay, enjoy this time, just breathe. Release the tension in your hips, let it just melt to the ground. Forehead can come to the ground. You're reaching your fingertips out long. Don't fall asleep on me. We just woke up. This would be great before bedtime too, if you're looking for a bedtime stretch at the end of a stressful day. I like this one a lot. I think we might repeat it. It is called morning glory, so I guess it's a better one to be done in the morning. Although we didn't have a morning glory in the morning glory routine. Isn't that interesting? There was a lot of hinging, and so I'm thinking that that was probably the morning glory part, was like, morning glory is where you stand hinge, a lot of hinging. All right, we're going to get one leg out ahead of us into pigeon. So pick a leg, any leg. Doesn't matter which one. coming into pigeon. They call it swan in this class. So your shin and your calf are out from underneath you. Back leg is straight. The top of your foot is flat on the ground. Adjust your leg as needed if you feel anything in your knee. Like right now, this knee is a little bit angry at me. I don't know why, but I can't come out as far. I'm going to tuck my leg under a little bit more. So if you're having an issue with your knee coming out far, like here, bring it back towards your hip, your other hip, okay? And then you can take your hands and make a little baseball bat grip and lay your head on there. Or you can lay your head on the floor. Or you can just hold yourself in a position on your elbows. Your hands if you really can't come down that far, okay? All the different positions you can take. 15 more seconds holding here, and then we're going to switch legs. So as we switch, you can take yourself to a down dog, and then sweep the other leg through. Probably the easiest way to get here. Then taking this leg out from underneath you. Sometimes you can't just kick your foot out. Sometimes you need to manipulate with your hand and get a little deeper in your stretch. So please do that if you need to. And then you've got a high pigeon, an elbow pigeon, baseball bat pigeon, or your head to the floor. Try to release the tension in your hips and let them melt to the ground, okay? And when I say that, it's a feeling, okay? So you kind of have to feel it out. The top of your straight leg in the back, the top of the foot is laying flat on the ground. So you don't have your toes curled under there. It's relaxed, it's pointed, okay? You have 30 more seconds just to sit and breathe. This is your hip opening section. So I want you to feel hips open. The last thing we have to do, we open them up a little bit in the beginning. We worked our lower backs, our backs in the center section, and now in this last section here, we're opening up our hips. We're allowing ourselves the time to do this. We're going to move into moving pigeon next. So hands are going to come to the floor. You can kind of prop yourself up on your toes, switch legs, come down, lift up, switch and go to the other side. You guys, you can just hold for a bit and then come up and switch. You can just flow one to the other. Keep the ball of your foot down so your toes curled under in the back. If you want to just flow continuously through it, okay? Or you can settle. Point your back toe, release. Then curl your toe under to down dog, switch. Point your toe, release. Your pacing. Your stretches. So you choose. What do you like? What do you want to do? You want to get moving a little bit? You want to hang tight. Hang loose, really. All right, so right now my shoulders, my back, and my hips are really feeling pretty good. I can't tell you how tight they were when we first started, and so this is pretty amazing. We have 2 more things to do. We're going to do the same thing on the right and the left, so it's really one thing, but on each side. So go ahead and sit down. We can crisscross our legs comfortably. You're going to take one hand to the floor. You're going to take your other hand and reach it over and hold. If you'd like to flow like this, you can. Otherwise, just hold. Adjust your side hand, whatever hand is not supporting on the ground, adjust it as needed to get a nice deep stretch here. Release your hands, switch sides. This is it, the big finale. So we're opening up our oblique and all down our sides towards our hips. We're going to pretend like we're stuck between two window panes. We're like a mannequin in a window, okay? And we're stuck. You don't want to come too far forward. You don't want to come back. You want to come directly overhead, reaching towards the corner of the ceiling where it meets the wall, and big, big reach and stretch here, okay? For 5 more seconds. Release, inhale, hands to your heart center. I want you to really focus in on how are you feeling right now. Remember that. And when you are feeling really stiff and tight, if right now feels amazing and you feel really loose, and again, our shoulders, our back, our hips are the things that get so, so tight, I want you to come back to this because it's available to you anytime, okay? It's called Morning Glory. We did it on July 20th. Mark it somewhere. Like it, love it. Put it on a list that it's your favorite. You can even go into our group and put like, this was amazing. Tag yourself in it so you know to go back to it, all right? Or just ask me, when did we do that Morning Glory one? Have a great day. I'll see you back here tomorrow for some new warrior rhythm. My goal is to learn like about 40 minutes of it to teach to you tomorrow. It's gonna be a mini. If I, for some reason, feel like it's complicated and we can't really learn it that quick, or I can't learn it that quick myself to teach you, we'll just do some lifting. But for now, the plan is to do some warrior rhythm tomorrow, new lesson, new routine, and I will see you then at 8:30. Bye guys, have a good day.